What's going on, everybody? It's Chris from Out West with Chris, and I am back with another BattlBox unboxing. This is Mission 23, and I am really late getting this uploaded. I was at the end of the shipping window, and because of the weekend, how that all fell, I just got it today, Monday. So just got off of work, figured might as well cut into it and let y'all know what I'm thinking about Mission 23. I know some of the contents. I don't know everything, but I know the general theme and quite a few of the contents of the box. Before I get going, I just want to point out next month is Mission 24. So that's going to be the 2-year anniversary of BattlBox. And I don't know if they're going to just like blow the doors off everything and have a great box and a great knife of the month. But if you've ever thought about upgrading to the Pro Plus, it might be a good idea. I mean, think about it, do your research. You know, I gotta think that Mission 24 is gonna be pretty epic. I do know that the CEO said somewhere in a live stream or a comment, I can't remember where, but that Mission 24 shipping cost scared the crap out of him. So that means that it's gonna be fairly heavy, I think. So that could be good, that could be bad, whatever. Anyways, this is one of the smaller Pro Plus boxes we've received, but I'm sure it's jam-packed full of useful stuff, so let's just take a dive in. And as I had expected, the sit rep is staying sharp. Mission 23, blade care and maintenance. So if you've been with BattlBox for very long, odds are you've got quite a few sharp things with metal blades, namely knives. Personally, I'm a knife guy. I really like knives. I have quite a few different pocket folders. I've got quite a few different fixed blades. I've also got quite a few axes, whether they're, you know, camp axes, hatchets, throwing axes, like the Sly Fox Tactical throwing axe. So I've got a lot of blades to care for. So this type of box is going to really be something I'm interested in. And right off the bat, I'm seeing really good stuff. Just, I mean, this right here, I can't wait to try this out on some of my gear. So let's dive in. I'm going to get organized, kind of separate it by subscription level, and we will go from there. Okay, before we get started, they have some pretty good coupons in here. One thing that's great about BattlBox is when they work with a company, they get discounts for future orders from those companies for their customers. This one right here is from CRKT, 40% off of an order. That's pretty awesome. And there's a coupon code, some information from Sentry, 15% off from anything in their line of products at sentrysolutions.com, 25% off from anything from Work Sharp Tools. And I've been looking at one of their belt grinders. I looked at one over Christmas. I thought about buying it, but I held off because I was pretty sure this was going to be the theme. So that might be good. And then you get a 15% discount of any purchase of $50 or more from Smith's. Your basic box cost is $25 plus shipping, and you're getting an $88 value. Let's just start at the top. This is Rusty's Rag Knife Kit, Sheepskin Knife Care Kit. Leaves a showroom shine plus a protective barrier. Cool. So you get some merino sheepskin, a pad that can help get in the nooks and crannies of your knife and clean it. You get an 8x8 flannel cloth for wiping off excess oil and polishing. You get a ½ ounce bottle of their environmentally friendly odorless signature knife oil. Oiling your knives is actually a really good thing to do, especially depending on the type of steel. Some steels are more prone to corrosion, and even some environments. Like I do a lot of kayak fishing in brackish water, so it's kind of a mixture of salt water and fresh water. So there's some salt content in the water, and in that brackish water, you can get some corrosion on your knives and your tools and stuff. Looking forward to using that. This is another one, kind of along those lines. This is the Sentry Solution Marine Tough Cloth. Protects, lubricates, and cleans for extreme use, saltwater, and storage. Tested and used by Navy SEALs. So it says this is great for all metals, knives, tools, fishing tackle, which will be cool. collectibles, household uses, and more. It says it uses a dry film technology to give metal a micro-bonded barrier against corrosion, friction, and wear. Displaces moisture, won't attract dirt, gives metal a non-stick barrier, keeps your gear clean. That's pretty cool. I'm going to check this out. This looks pretty neat. And the nice thing about BattlBox is I learned stuff about new products. This is something I'd never heard of before. And if I really like it, if it's good with, you know, some of my fishing gear, like my fishing pliers or anything really, you know, it might be something that I'm like, okay, I need to order 10 more of these. And with the coupon code that Century provided, I'll be able to get a big old discount. So that's pretty awesome. This is an $11 value. This is a Smith's Pocket Pal knife sharpener. So these are field knife sharpeners, and I have a variation of this. I don't think it's a Smith's, but when I go hunting, I throw one of these, and then I throw in another type of knife sharpener in my day pack, my hunting bag, and a couple different knives. Because if you kill an elk and you need to gut it, skin it, quarter it, you're gonna dull out your blades. So having something to sharpen your knives out in the field that's lightweight is pretty nice. So these are great for taking with you backpacking. So there are better options for you if you're gonna be sharpening stuff around your house, whether it's a stone or like a Japanese stone or a whetstone, or one of these items that is also included, which I'll get to in a little bit. But this thing will help with straight blades. It also has like a little, this piece right here actually helps with serration, so you can sharpen your serrated edges. That's the tapered rod. The value on that is $9, and you see them in the store for anywhere from $8 to $12, $13, and even the different variations. So pretty good stuff. This is an item that I'm pretty excited about. This is also from Century Solutions. This is a little pin applicator for oil lubricant. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like a syringe basically. So you just squeeze it and there's a little needle. You might not be able to see it from that far away. I'll get a close-up of it. But you just squeeze it and it helps you get a little drop of oil right to like a hinge or another moving part inside of your knife frame essentially. So pretty cool, and I could see using this for different stuff, not just knives. This is going to be a good handy tool to have, and the cost on it is $8. And for that, I mean, you could, if you like it, you could go ahead and order that and some other stuff too from Century Solutions using your discount code. I think that the discount code from Century was for the whole order. I don't think it's just one item. So something I'll have to look into, but I might just go ahead and buy a few more of these because I can tell they're gonna be useful. The last item in the basic box is a DVD from Tops Knives. It's a blade care DVD, and I heard that they have it says on the back, a history of Tops Knives and a blade prototyping section of the DVD. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm really enjoying my Tops Knife Cub that we got last month in the Pro Plus. It's a solid knife, and I mean, if you just go to their website and just drool over some of the knives they've got. So that's it for your basic box. You got quite a bit of cool stuff here as far as blade care goes. For $25, you got some good value here, everybody. You got the DVD, the Pocket Pal, the pen applicator, these marine tough cloths, and this really slick Rusty's Rags knife kit. I'm gonna get this open and use this later on tonight, I think. Pretty cool. So basic box, $88 value, $25. How can you go wrong? I mean, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the advanced box. Here's some honing oil. Excellent oil for use on all sharpening stones. It's 3 fluid ounces, and this is from Dan's. They're the folks that helped with that whetstone, that Wazoo Survival Viking whetstone that I just love. I love that whetstone. So cool. These are people that actually, they know what they're freaking doing. They make whetstones, so if this is their recommended oil, it'd be great to use with the whetstone you got last month. Pretty neat, and that's an American company, so that's really cool. The value on this one is $3.50, so it's not a high dollar item, but it's cool that you got basically like an extra item in your advanced box. Instead of just getting two decent sized items, you got this thrown in there as well, so that's pretty neat. You also get a strop. Pretty cool. I don't have a strop, and this is a BattlBox branded strop. So they partnered up with some leather maker, and there's a two-sided Velcro tape thingy here. I'm not sure what that's for. I'll have to do some research. But this will be nice for honing my blades after they're sharpened, to get that really just deluxe sharpness, you know, really fine honed blade. So I'm excited to use this, to learn more about it. $30 value. And then you also get this guy right here. So this is a knife carrying case. It almost looks like a pistol case. It's got a pouch here, side pouch here. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Oh, that's awesome. You could use this to carry mags. Oh, wow. This is cool. You've got space to carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 different knives. And it looks like it'll fit some pretty hefty sized knives pretty easily. And you can just slide your pocket clip right in there. Like that. See how the pocket clip sits there? That's pretty cool. My knives right now are just all over the place. I've got knives everywhere. So having a way to organize all the knives that I have, I think this is going to be a good thing. Some of my fixed blade knives will not fit in here, but I can adjust accordingly or just lay them in here like that. So pretty cool. I'm excited about this item. I think this is going to be great. So that is your advanced. You got, along with everything in the basic, you got your strop, your honing oil, and your carrying case. And with the basic and advanced, you get the Readyman basic membership, a $10 value. Okay, so Pro, $99 cost, $206 value. This is a $60 value right here on its own. And this is the main item, or the only item really, in your Pro box. And this is the guided sharpening system from WorkSharp. And this is going to be neat. I'm excited about this. I'm going to have to play around with it to learn it. I've never used this sharpening system before, so I will definitely need to learn how to use it correctly. And I wouldn't be surprised if my buddy Gray Fox over at Sly Fox Tactical already has a video up showing how to use this. So I'll probably go over to his channel and take a look. Be sure that you do the same. He is a pro when it comes to blades and stuff like that. So, but overall, I'm pretty excited about this item and excited to get in and use it. And I'm stoked to see what I can do to get some really sharp cutting edges on some of my blades. So this is pretty cool. Just looking quickly at the pamphlet, the instructions, this is going to be a really cool tool. I'm excited about using it. So that is your Pro box. Everything in the basic, the advanced, and the WorkSharp system. In the Pro Plus, we got, for our knife of the month, the CRKT Homefront. I need to figure out how to open this box. Oh, we go from this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a folder. It's not an assisted opening folder, and it does not have a thumb peg or a thumb stud. So I'm trying to get it broken in. There we go, there's a good flip. Whoa, that is sharp. The deal with this knife is it's supposedly a World War I inspired design. It's got a pocket clip, some good texturing right here for the meat of your palm when you're holding it. Some jimping right up here as well for your thumb. They've got some jimping on the liner lock for grabbing the liner lock itself, but it also does help texture. So the interesting thing about this knife is you can actually take it apart extremely easily from my understanding. Let me see if I can figure out how to do it. Oh, right there. There's a little flip right there, a little switch. And that is what allows you to disassemble the knife and get in and really clean the blade and just oil it down and, you know, all of that stuff. I'm gonna have to play around with this for a little while just to get a good feel for this knife. I don't really know exactly what I think about it. This knife is actually a $150 value. I think you can find them cheaper online right now, but that's the MSRP is $150. I don't know if this is gonna be my favorite pocket folder that I have, but as far as a pocket folder goes, it's really beefy, and despite the fact that you can disassemble it so easy, I mean, there's very little give on the blade. Seems like a really good lock, nice and positive for the liner lock, but then also side to side, you don't get that wiggle that you get sometimes with the pocket folder, which is key. It's really important to have, to not have that wiggle. So when I'm deploying, what I'm ending up doing is flipping and then popping it up with that little, it's like the little part that you'd flip from. See how it fits in the pants. Nice, pretty thin profile for a decent sized pocket folder. So we got a 3 3/4 inch to 4 inch blade on here. It's a pretty nice looking knife, and just play with it and carry it and see what I think over time. I've had knives that I really haven't liked when I initially started messing with them, and they've totally grown on me. And then I've had knives that I thought were the bomb, right? And then I mess with them for a little bit and I'm like, not so much. So that could be the case with this knife. It could totally grow on me right off the bat. You know, it's a nice knife, but I'm gonna have to really carry it and use it to really, I think, appreciate it. So it's kind of a novelty thing that you can disassemble it so easily. I mean, it's interesting, that's for sure. So you're able to get it, you know, get the blade out and really clean it pretty quickly without much effort. Yeah, that went in and out really easy. Okay, it seems like it's working pretty smooth now. Pretty consistently deploying 100%. You know, it's probably just working the knife. And this is not an assisted opening, and it's not like an internal ball bearing system like you see on some of the other CRKT knives like the Swindle. So, like I said before, you know, oh, you can tighten that backside. I wonder if that affects how well it deploys. Okay, so there's a little like wheel back here that you can tighten and loosen. The looser you get it, the easier it is to deploy, and I don't see a noticeable change in the sturdiness of the lock. Okay, so a little tip right here on the butt of the knife, you can adjust how tight the hold is, okay, on the knife on the bottom, which will in turn adjust how easily you can deploy the blade. So you're gonna want to play with that, get it to where you're comfortable with it, to where it feels good. That's pretty interesting. All right, y'all, if you got the Pro Plus, that's a $150 cost to you, and a 356 overall value as far as MSRPs all added up. Overall, I think this is a pretty cool box. It might not be the flashiest box that you've gotten from BattlBox. It definitely isn't. I mean, there were some pretty flashy boxes. The Bushcraft box was freaking off the hook. That was last month. And there have been some pretty dang good boxes in 2016. This is the first box of 2017, and I think it's a really practical box. All of these items are items that you can use right now. And as far as value goes, you know, the basic box scream in value. So I hear a lot of feedback and comments like, oh, I can't afford BattlBox, it's too expensive. Well, sure, if you get the Pro Plus, I can get that. But 25 bucks for the basic? Look at it. I mean, you got some killer stuff and a great value, an $88 value in your basic box. I mean, that's pretty dang cool. You know, just all of this stuff is useful. I can put it into use right now. I mean, when I'm done filming this, I'm gonna go gather up all my knives and start storing them properly so they're not just laying around. So when I wanna switch out my EDC knife for the day or for the week, I can just easily go find it. And if it's stored in here, it's not, you know, getting dirty and that type of stuff. It's staying cared for. I think you could also use this as a range case for your pistol. You know, tons of spots for mags. You can put a pistol in there too. So multi-use if you don't want to store a bunch of knives in there. But that's cool. You know, one thing, and they say this on the SITREP card, and I'm just going to read this here really quick before I close things out. In the SITREP, they talk about how they worked really closely with US-based companies and how this this box, it supports American jobs. And that's something I think is important. I know I'm a realist, and I know that not all of these items can be made in the USA items and still fit in a $150 box. Occasionally you're going to get a knife that's made in China or assembled in China. Occasionally you're going to get products that are made in China. It's the reality of the economy and the world that we live in. It's just that way. It's going to be that way. But I love that they were able to team up with Rusty's Rags, a US-based company, and Smith's, which is a US-based company, the folks at WorkSharp. And it says in here, your BattlBox order, whether you realize it or not, is providing jobs across the country from our warehouse in Georgia to WorkSharp's 4th generation family-owned company in Ashland, Oregon. For that, we thank you. And you know what? I'm going to say thank you to BattlBox. Thank you for trying to do your best to work with US-based companies. I'm a realist. I know that you can't do it all the time. And I think most of the people out there are realists too. But the more US-based companies that are included in BattlBox, it's a good thing, right? I think so. So that's it, folks. That's mission 23, January 2017. I think next mission could be awesome. I have no clue though, so don't quote me on it. But I think it could be. And I think 2017 is going to be pretty awesome for BattlBox. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. I have a good feeling about it. And hopefully one of these days they'll throw an urban box out there, maybe next month. Please. So if you liked the video, please click the thumbs up button. I appreciate it when you do. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or any general comments, shoot them down below. I'll try to respond to them to the best of my ability. If you like this video, maybe check out some of the other videos on the channel if you're not subscribed yet. And if you like those, be sure to hit the subscribe button. As always, thank you for getting out west with Chris.